Dear children, welcome back to English language class. We are doing the topic adjectives. This is video number 8 and today we will start with degrees of comparison. Now, by this time you all know that adjectives are the describing words. They describe the noun or the pronoun. But we use adjectives not only to describe people or things but also to compare them. So degrees of comparison are used when we compare one person or thing with another. There are 3 degrees of comparison in English: positive degree or the absolute form, comparative degree, and third, the superlative degree. Let's start with the positive degree first. Positive degree describes only one person, place, or thing without making any comparison. It is used to present the quality of an object or a characteristic of a person. For example, this apple is big. Here, big is describing the apple and it is the adjective used in positive degree. Now, the second one is the comparative degree. It is used to compare the qualities of two persons, places, or things. We add er to the positive form of the adjective with one or two syllables. Now, what are syllables? A syllable is a complete word or a part of a word with a one vowel sound. For example, frog, string, night. They all have one syllable. Now, two syllable words where two vowel sounds are heard. For example, racket, tennis. So they have two syllables. So we add er to the positive form of the adjective with one or two syllables. For example, this apple is bigger than the other one. Here, bigger is used in the comparative degree. Now, the third degree of comparison of adjective is the superlative degree. Superlative degree is used to compare three or more persons, places, or things. For example, this apple is the biggest of all. The three forms of degrees of comparison for the adjective big are big, bigger, biggest. So here we have used the superlative degree, that is the biggest. Now let's see some of the rules to form the comparative and superlative degrees of adjectives. First one syllable adjectives generally form the comparative by adding er and the superlative by adding est. For example, long, longer, longest. Near, nearer, nearest. Young, younger, youngest. Deep, deeper, deepest. Rich, richer, richest, and so on. So we add er to the comparative degree and est to the superlative degree. Now rule number 2, when an adjective ends in e, we add only r and st to the adjective. For example, large, larger, largest. Fine, finer, finest. Noble, nobler, noblest. Wise, wiser, wisest, and so on. Rule number 3, if a one-syllable adjective ends in a single vowel letter followed by a single consonant letter, the consonant letter is doubled. For example, hot, hotter, hottest. Fat, fatter, fattest. Big, bigger, biggest, and so on. Now, rule number 4. If an adjective ends in a consonant followed by y, change y to I and add er or est. For example, dry, drier, driest. Easy, easier, easiest. Heavy, heavier, heaviest, and so on. Rule number 5. As a general rule, most other adjectives which have two or more syllables form the comparative and superlative with more and most. For example, useful, more useful, most useful. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Dangerous, more dangerous, most dangerous, and so on. Rule number 6. Some adjectives have irregular comparative and superlative form. For example, good, better, best. Bad, worse, worst. Little, less, least. Much, more, most, and so on. Now, we need to remember comparative degree is followed by word than. For example, he is cleverer than his sister. Secondly, we need to Remember that superlative degree is preceded by the definite article the bravest, the largest, the most beautiful, and so on. Thank you.